Seniors, if you take magnesium, vitamin D3, or K2, but still feel tired, achy, or stiff, you may be making one of 8 mistakes that can prevent these supplements from working as well as they could in your body. Many older adults miss mistake number 2, a hidden absorption factor that can reduce the benefits of these supplements. Quick disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for medical advice. We'll start with mistake number 8 and work our way down. Let's get started. Mistake number 8, assuming all K2 forms work the same. Not all forms of vitamin K2 are created equal, and assuming they are can reduce how well your supplements work, especially for seniors who may be more at risk for bone loss or heart issues. The 2 main forms of vitamin K2 are MK4 and MK7. Both support heart and bone health, but MK7 is generally considered more effective, particularly for older adults taking supplements. Research, including a clinical study published through the National Institutes of Health, shows that MK7 has significantly better bioavailability than MK4 at typical supplement doses. MK7 stays active in the bloodstream for several days, while MK4 remains active for only a few hours. This longer activity is important because it allows MK7 to more consistently support the proteins responsible for directing calcium into the bones and teeth, where it helps strengthen them while also helping keep calcium out of the arteries to support heart health. Because MK7 stays in the body longer and maintains more stable blood levels, it works especially well alongside vitamin D3, which helps the body use calcium. Together, vitamin D3 and MK7 may help ensure that calcium goes where it belongs, supporting stronger bones and a healthier heart, which is especially important as we age. Mistake number 7, relying on blood tests to rule out magnesium deficiency. Here's something that surprises many older adults. Even if a magnesium blood test comes back normal, it doesn't always reflect the total magnesium in your body. Experts at the Linus Pauling Institute at Oregon State University explain that only about 1% of the body's magnesium is found in the blood. The remaining 99% is stored in bones, muscles, and cells, areas that standard blood tests don't measure. Your body works hard to keep blood magnesium levels stable. To do this, it can pull magnesium from your bones and muscles or reduce how much is lost through urine. Because of this, a normal blood test might not show a deficiency, something especially important for seniors whose magnesium stores may already be lower due to age. Think of it like checking your finances by only looking at the cash in your wallet. It doesn't show how much money is actually in your bank account. That's why low energy, muscle aches, restless sleep, or other signs may continue even when blood tests appear normal. Even if your diet seems healthy, you may still not get enough magnesium. Modern farming has depleted magnesium in the soil, meaning vegetables and grains contain less than they did decades ago. Stress, caffeine, alcohol, sugar, certain medications, and sweating can further reduce magnesium levels. Because standard blood tests don't show the full picture, magnesium intake is something seniors may want to monitor carefully in consultation with their healthcare provider. Mistake number 6, combining supplements with medications that reduce their effectiveness. Many older adults don't realize that common medications can gradually reduce key nutrient levels over time. Experts at Oregon State University explain that medications such as proton pump inhibitors, used for acid reflux, certain diuretics and blood pressure drugs, and even oral contraceptives can deplete magnesium, and in some cases, zinc as well. This is especially important for seniors because magnesium helps the body use vitamin D3 and vitamin K2. When magnesium is low, these supplements may not work as effectively. Certain health conditions, which are more common with age, can also interfere with how well nutrients are absorbed and retained in the body. These include diabetes, chronic stress, and poor gut health. For older adults taking long-term medications or managing chronic health conditions, it becomes especially important to choose highly absorbable forms of supplements, pay attention to overall nutrient intake, and speak with a healthcare professional about what's right for you. Mistake number 5, eating too many carbs while taking magnesium. Many older adults don't realize that too many refined carbohydrates like sugar, white bread, pastries, and sweetened drinks may increase magnesium loss from the body. Researchers at Vanderbilt University have shown that blood sugar spikes, often triggered by these foods, can cause the kidneys to flush out more magnesium. Over time, this can create a cycle where low magnesium makes it harder for the body to manage blood sugar, which may lead to further magnesium loss. Gradually, this can reduce how well magnesium supplements work, something seniors may notice as low energy, muscle discomfort, or difficulty maintaining steady energy throughout the day. Here's where many people go wrong. They think, I take supplements so I can eat whatever I want. Supplements are meant to support a healthy lifestyle, not replace it. For older adults, diets high in processed foods can make it harder to maintain adequate magnesium levels and get the most out of supplementation. Instead of refined carbs, focus on slower digesting foods that help keep blood sugar steady. Leafy greens, beans, lentils, nuts, seeds, and healthy fats can all help reduce magnesium loss. By choosing these foods, seniors give their bodies a better chance to maintain healthy magnesium levels and support the effectiveness of supplements. Mistake number 4, buying the wrong supplement. One of the biggest mistakes people make with magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 is getting the dosage wrong, often without realizing it. This is especially common with magnesium. Here's the tricky part. Supplement labels can be misleading. The FDA requires labels to list elemental magnesium, the form the body uses. But many brands highlight something like 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate on the front. If you look closer, the fine print often shows you're really getting only about 60 to 100 milligrams of elemental magnesium. That means you might take one capsule thinking you're getting 400 milligrams, when in reality it's only a portion of that. After weeks or months, it's easy to wonder why you haven't noticed much difference, which can be especially frustrating for seniors who rely on supplements to support energy, muscle function, and bone health. Why does this matter? Magnesium plays a key role in the body. It helps regulate potassium, supports hundreds of essential processes, and plays a role in maintaining healthy blood pressure. If older adults aren't getting enough, their body may not fully benefit from supplementation. Here's the reality. It's extremely difficult to fit 400 milligrams of elemental magnesium into just 1 or 2 average-sized capsules. When a product claims this, it's important to look closely at the label and check the elemental magnesium content so you know exactly what you're getting, especially as we age. Mistake number 3, forgetting zinc and copper. You might think that taking magnesium, vitamin D3, and K2 is enough, but there's another important nutrient that can influence how well they work: zinc. This is especially relevant for older adults, whose immune function, energy levels, and overall nutrient absorption may naturally change with age. Zinc works behind the scenes, helping the body use vitamin D, supporting immune function, playing a role in insulin activity, and helping with normal cell repair. However, taking higher amounts of zinc, such as more than about 30 milligrams per day, without enough copper can create an imbalance. Too much zinc without sufficient copper has been associated with low energy, changes in heart rhythm, and reduced immune function, outcomes seniors are usually trying to avoid. A commonly recommended approach is to keep a rough 10-to-1 ratio of zinc to copper. For example, around 30 milligrams of zinc is often paired with about 3 milligrams of copper. This balance helps the body use these nutrients properly without creating new imbalances, allowing older adults to get more consistent results from their supplement routine. Mistake number 2, taking vitamin D3 and vitamin K2 without enough fat. These 2 vitamins are fat-soluble, which means the body needs dietary fat to absorb them properly. A common mistake is taking these supplements on an empty stomach or with a very low-fat meal. Without enough fat, a portion of what you take may not be absorbed, which can limit the results you expect, something many seniors may notice. Experts at the Cleveland Clinic, along with research from Creighton University, confirm that vitamin D3 and K2 are absorbed more effectively when taken with fat. To improve absorption, take these supplements with a meal that includes healthy fats, such as avocado, olive oil, nuts, or eggs. This simple adjustment helps ensure the body can better use the vitamins you're taking, a tip that can be especially helpful for older adults. If vitamin D3 and K2 aren't absorbed properly, even consistent supplementation may feel less effective. Pairing them with a fat-containing meal can help improve how well they work and the results you get from them. Mistake number 1, taking vitamin D3 without enough magnesium. Many people don't realize that magnesium plays an essential role in vitamin D metabolism. Magnesium acts as a cofactor for the enzymes that convert vitamin D into its active forms and helps vitamin D interact with its receptors. Without enough magnesium, these processes may not work as efficiently, which can limit the results people expect from vitamin D supplementation, something older adults may particularly notice. Even higher supplemental amounts, such as 5,000 or 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 per day, may be less effective if magnesium intake is low. Large-scale U.S. data from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, analyzed by researchers at Vanderbilt University, found that higher magnesium intake was associated with a lower risk of vitamin D deficiency. This is especially relevant for seniors, who are more likely to have lower magnesium levels. Low magnesium intake is very common. In fact, more than half of United States adults don't get enough magnesium from their diet. This can contribute to less than optimal vitamin D status, which may be associated with symptoms such as fatigue, low mood, frequent infections, or challenges with blood sugar regulation. To help support how vitamin D functions in the body, it's important to focus on getting enough magnesium, particularly from well-absorbed forms like magnesium glycinate. This simple step supports vitamin D metabolism and overall health. Before making any changes to your supplement routine, please consult your healthcare provider. To keep improving your health and getting the most from your supplements, watch the next video. Every tip can make a real difference, so don't miss out. And don't forget to subscribe to stay updated and support your health every day.